My fellow Americans, I'm making this video today because it is the saddest day of American history. This is a time where our President Donald J. Trump has declared a state of emergency. This from February 15th, 2019. Today's date is February 19th, 2019. Donald Trump has declared a state of emergency so that he can get the border wall much quicker. It is incomprehensible that this action has been taken. Many people across this country are out protesting from New York to Washington to California, protesting that, again, it is incomprehensible that Donald Trump has declared a state of emergency just so that he can get a $5.7 billion border wall, when in actuality there are no invading forces. This is not medieval China. This is not the 1930s where Germany puts up a wall. This is America, a democracy or capitalism, whichever you want to choose. But what's going on is we're beginning to see the death of America. It is the saddest day of American history because we're going from democratic or capitalism to the New World Order, and people don't see it. What is transpiring is that Donald Trump, our president, can now state in a state of emergency that because people across this country are rioting or protesting, they're protesting from New York to California. And many states, 16 states, are beginning to sue the president for an action that they feel is not relevant. We don't need the border wall. We don't have invading forces from South America and Mexico. We do have people coming here because they're escaping violence and tyranny and rape and other horrific crimes and medical help. This is a country that will no longer be blessed by God. And this is why we're seeing so many red moons, so many supermoons. It's a sign that this country will no longer be blessed by God, because when you don't welcome people in open arms to your country because of violence, because of death, because of mass rape, because of medical help, you are not blessed by God. This is why there's so many red moons and supermoons going on. In the last, what's going to be 3 different months now, January, February, March. And what Donald Trump can do in this state of emergency is because his administration will be sued for actions that many feel, that Congress feels that it's not right to go and have a state of emergency. He will hit back with a force of declaring martial law. You know that those military personnel that are coming back from Syria are going to be enforcing the martial law. We're going to have rioting en masse across this country. Many hundreds of thousands of people are going to be put into FEMA camps, which you know are the defunct Walmarts and Sears and other big box stores, which are many blocks long, and which have been retooled to house many hundreds of people. That is where our currency will come into play, where we will come off of the gold standard. And you know there has not been gold in Fort Knox for 20 years. Our paper money is backed on nothing now. Probably the gold went to Elon Musk to build his SpaceX. We will be going on to the RFID chip and the barcode. The RFID chip will be injected into people's right hands, and that chip is about the size of a grain of rice, with many gigabytes of information, of medical information, of financial information, of personal information. Where did they get that information from? 23andMe. It is to my great dismay that this country, I believe, is at the precipice of going on to the New World Order, where many hundreds of thousands of people will die due to depopulation, which is a deliberate attempt to lessen the country of, again, many hundreds of thousands of people who will be protesting, who will be put in FEMA camps, who will die just for their right to have freedom. In this state of emergency, President Donald Trump can confiscate farms and property and houses and anything he wants within the state of emergency, and much more in a state of martial law. And again, we will have soldiers, military, coming out and enforcing martial law. When it gets to be too much for the American soldier and fighting and killing his own people, his own Americans, there are hundreds of thousands of Russians here. They were brought here deliberately. This is collusion that the government is fighting against, which